Yeah. This is going to be an eye-opener. Are you guys ready? Yes. Raise your hand if you have a cell phone. Keep your hand raised if you also own a car. Keep your hand raised. I'll even do it because I know my armpits are probably stinkier than yours are. Okay, now here's the question. If it is all possible that within the last 7 days you've driven by a for sale sign for a house or condominium or some other piece of real estate, if it's at all possible, then in the last 7 days, keep them up. Then it's at all possible you've driven by a for sale sign, keep your hand raised. Only keep your hand raised if you actually picked up the phone and called the realtor. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3 people in the room. 100% participation. 3 people in the room out of 90. We have 90 seats in this room. 3 people in the room call the person. That's because you're not seeing that as an opportunity. See, I've trained my eyes to look at things and go, is that an opportunity? Is there an opportunity there? So I'm going to give you a real life example of a day in my life. I'm leaving my house. You guys ever leave your house? Yes. So I'm leaving my house and there's a for sale sign that I'm driving by because I got to go to the grocery store. I've been out of the house for a little while. I just got back from this awesome seminar. And I know that the grocery, there's no groceries, there's no fresh vegetables, and I got to pick up my checks in the mailbox. Mailbox man, I got to go to the post office. So I'm driving around, and I'm leaving, and I see this for sale sign. And I have eyeballs. How many of you have eyeballs? Yeah. And I look at the for sale sign. I don't just drive right by it. It doesn't matter when I'm shopping for a house, not because I train my eyes and go, bang, that's an opportunity right there. And I look at that opportunity and I go, oh my goodness, I slow down. You have brakes? In your car, you guys have brakes? I slow down, and I have a yellow pad. Who has a legal pad? Give me a legal yellow pad here. That's white. It's okay, yellow and white. There's now I invented this, and you guys can thank me. Remember those bench seats where you used to keep your chick right next to you? Well, I actually changed that for all of us. Sorry, guys. I actually called the car company and said, you know what, make a center console so I can put my yellow pad right between the center console and the seat. And if you realize this, if you actually do this, a yellow pad or a legal pad, white, it doesn't matter. Yellow, white, green, as long as you can write on it, fits perfectly between the center console and the seat. And I keep a legal pad and a pen in there at all times. If you're going to my car right now, it's in there. And what do? I slow down. Again, we can use the brakes. I'm not taking 4 hours out of my day. I slow down. I pull it out. I write the realtor's name and phone number. Her name is Jan. This is how the call goes. Hi, Jan. Yeah, this is Jan. Hey, Jan, this is Todd. I'm calling in Seattle, Washington. I'm good. What can I do for you? Jan, I'm giving you a call. I just drove by your listing here in Beaver Lake Estates. She's like, great. Are you interested in the house? I say, well, it's a beautiful home. I say, actually, I already live in the neighborhood, and I know you're very actively involved in the real estate community here on the Spanish Plateau. I'm an entrepreneur. I love working with super sharp people. I've got a very simple question for you, Jan, and that is, do you at all keep your options open in terms of making any money outside of what you're currently doing as a real estate professional? She said, yes, I do. I said, awesome, that's great. And what do I do at that point? I get her information about my network marketing opportunity. However you do it, DVD, CD, website, I don't care what it is. You guys are all in different network marketing companies. I open the door, and I'm able to give her information about are we looking for an open door? And then provide information to slip something through that door. So at that point, I'm finishing now. I'm continuing, I'm driving. Now I'm all of a sudden, I'm in the parking lot in Pine Lake Estates, in my Pine Lake Shopping Center, where I go get my mail. I walk in to get my mail. And I go in there and I have a key for my mailbox. And I use the key. I pull out the mail. Fortunately, I got MLM checks there. That's pretty sweet. And there's a cork cord right here. Right there, there's a cork cord. You guys have seen the cork cord, right? And on the cork cord, there's what?
For sale signs.
There's business cards. And I'm like this. And I'm a personal business trainer, realtor, mortgage people, boom, boom. I pull out the business cards. Why are they up there? Because they're looking for other business. Put them in my pocket. Yeah, use me in. Put them in my pocket. And at that point, I have to go to the grocery store, which happens to be about 50 yards over here. So I go to the grocery store, and I get my grocery cart, and I have my grocery cart, and there's this dude. There's a little mini guy on my grocery cart. And his face is right there. He's got this big, bright, beaming smile, beautiful teeth. He's obviously had braces. His name is Greg. And Greg's with State Farm Insurance. And there's Greg's phone number. And I'm like, I have a cell phone in my pocket. Different cell phone. Stacy, say hi to 90 people. Everybody say hi. Hi. I'm actually training in front of 90 people. I'll call you later. I love you. Yeah, just because I happen to pick up my phone. Bye. That's my sister. I love it working with super sharp people. I've got a very simple question for you, Greg, and that is, do you at all keep your options open in terms of making any money outside of what you're currently doing as a state farm rep? He said, I do. I said, Greg, I see your office is right around the corner from my house. Is it possible that we get together on Monday or Tuesday of next week? He said, Tuesday. I said, 9 or 11, which one's better for you? He's like, 9. I said, great, I'll see you at 9 o'clock. I showed up at 9 o'clock. I didn't show up at 9:30. I didn't show up at 8:20 either. I was there like 5 minutes to 9. For those of you that are like, I can't ever show up on time, I'm always late. This is my wife. I'm always late. Sorry, honey. I showed up at 9 o'clock. I signed the guy up on the spot. Now it's okay, now I'm back in reverse. I haven't actually done the meeting yet. Okay? So now I'm actually finishing my grocery shopping after I set up the meeting. Did you guys follow that? All is dead. Some of you guys are like, that's the Beatles, so right out. Backwards. So I'm going home. Now all I did is I left my house to go where? To the post office and the grocery store to run errands. How many of you leave your house? So I called the realtor Jan. I called Greg. I got 4 cards in my pocket. I pull the cards out, and I'm driving, and because I know it's illegal, I have Bluetooth now. So now I'm Bluetoothing. And there's Bob, the personal fitness trainer. I say to Bob, it's Bob again. This is Bob. Bob, this is Todd Falcone here in Sammamish. How you doing? He said, good. What can I do for you? Bob, I just pulled your business card off of the forecourt of the Starbucks in Pine Lake, in the Pine Lake shop. I said, great. I said, Bob, obviously if you're putting that card out there, you're obviously looking to grow your business. I go, I'm an entrepreneur. I love working with super sharp people. I've got a very simple question for you, and that is, do you at all keep your options open in terms of making any money outside of what you're currently doing as a personal fitness trainer? What did he say? Yes. Is that hard? No. Is that easy?
Yes.
Really?
No.
It wasn't a trick question. The answer is yes. So let's see. I had to go to the bank. Did I even go to the bank on that trip?
No.
I went to the post office. I went to the grocery store.
That's a small bank, right?
It's got a lot of my money in it. Okay, the point that I want you to get is every single person in this room has the capacity to take advantage of those opportunities, but almost every single person in this room is not. The thing that you will now do, if I stop the training right this second and I'm done, you will then, and here's the thing, the first step towards change is awareness. You're now aware of something. It's kind of like if you're fat. You want to know how to be really aware that you're fat is you take your belt and you sit your belt down and you get in front of the mirror and then you bend over and you take your shirt off. Sorry. Don't get offended. If you get offended, look at your bank account. It's a breakout session. But I'll piss you off. This is a business about personal responsibility. If it is to be, it's up to me, and I will wake your asses up. Look, this is not a tough business. It's going to require work, but you've got a prospect. I'm going to open up your eyeballs. How many of you will act differently now because of what I just shared with you? Okay? There are millions of people in these career categories. This is my number one way of recruiting. After I discovered this method, I went hog wild with it. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, you can set so many things on the phone. Bob, hi, Bob, talk about that's what I'm all about. You know, the funny thing is, I call this guy up one time. This is a true story. I call this Linda. And this is the answering machine. Yeah, this is Bob. And that's actually, I think his name was Bob. I called him. Yeah, this is Bob. And I'm so happy that we can't flow right now. But if you leave him, and that was basically his message. I'm dead serious. And I'm like laughing as I listen to the voicemail. And me being the comedian that I'm like, hey Bob, Todd Falcone here. I said, listen, dude, I said, if that's you being funny, your personality will so shine in my company, oh my goodness. You are hilarious. But however, if that's you just being you, and if you're really that intoxicated and you actually left that, then don't bother. He never called me. But see, here's the deal. When you go down the socioeconomic chain, broke people have no center of influence. They see the glasses half empty. They're skeptical and they have little money. When you go up the if you go out there and talk to a realtor, a 42-year-old mortgage broker, real estate agent, they don't hang out with 16-year-old pimple-faced kids. My first job was flipping burgers and frying tacos at Jack in the Box. I wasn't even good enough to flip burgers. I had to start down the frying tacos deal. Anybody else do fast food? Remember this one? Cheese on 12. Cheese 6 on 12, son. And fix those pants and those polyester pants, that paper cap, so I have to do this. Right? Successful people hang out with other successful people. Okay? They don't hang out with other broke people. So when you go up the socioeconomic chain, if you guys start targeting talent, don't buy into this whole thing. When I started network marketing, I was like, look, and this is two legitimate questions. You started network marketing, it's like, okay, who do I get it? How many of you got it the first time you started network marketing? I get this, makes sense? Yeah. Okay, next question is, who do I talk to and what do I say, right? Yeah. And you're like, okay, write down everybody you've known since kindergarten. Write down the war market list, right? Isn't it a little bit creepy? I'm calling my buddy, I haven't seen him since second grade, Mrs. Johnson's class. Hey, Johnny Johnson. Hey, Johnny, Todd, how you doing? Remember we went second grade together? He's like, no, I don't remember. Listen, I've got this phenomenal business opportunity. I'm talking about you. That's creepy. That's creepy. I'm not into going after everybody I've known since kindergarten. It's creepy. Who do I talk to? What do I say? Take a mirror out of the marketplace, shove it up underneath their nose pocket. If it fogs up, they're a prospect. Give me a break. You guys should start talent scouting. Going after people that are like, that do, and here's the method. Okay, here's the bottom line with the method. I teach you with this method, recruiting professionals, how to go up the socioeconomic chain, going after people that are more likely to be successful in network marketing because of what they do already, and also be able to identify those people when you're generating leads on your own. Just because some smart responds to your advertisement, does that mean you have to spend 25 minutes with them? No. You respond to my ad, so I guess you're going to spend 20. Last time I did that, I was on the phone with Brandon Johnson. She was about 111 years of age, and she's just probably like 90. And I knew it, and I knew she was the wrong prospect. Have you ever had the wrong prospect? Wrong prospect. I knew within like 30 seconds, I'm like, this is not the woman I want in my business. 90 minutes later, I'm still on the phone with her. And I get off and I get a freaking great recipe for chocolate chip cookies. And I wrote it down, and I still make cookies with that recipe. It's a great from scratch recipe. It's not one of those take them out of the freezer, break them apart deal. Questions later. Questions later. But I'm not kidding. You're looking for quality people. People that do what we do already. So I have a method, this method that going after realtors, insurance agents, financial planners, mortgage brokers, professional salespeople that already do what we do. They already get paid the way that we get paid. They're already experiencing life the way we experience it. They're just doing it someplace else. So years ago, when I got sick and tired of dealing with broke, grumpy complainers, people that didn't have the money, didn't have the center of influence, I started to target and go after a different group of people. And you guys now at least have your eyeballs open, unfortunately, because of the limitations of time that I have. If you want to stay in this room, we can have 500 people in this same room later. You guys can all stay here and we can just keep on going. You guys ready? How many of you will act differently as a result of what I just shared with you? Okay? So all I can really do in this breakout session is open up your eyeballs, and then because you have now awareness, you have now a choice, right? You can either choose to do what you were doing, and you'll drive by the for sale sign and you'll be like, damn. Are you really going to slow down and you'll have a yellow pad in your car, or you won't? That's your choice. I don't care what you do. It's not my check. It's yours.